Okay, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it really is out there. I'm gonna come on. I'm telling you about something I do know. How maybe it's could be a medicine toy, but two things you can say. Can, can the Earth survive an attack from alien forces with very high tech weapon? Mm, yeah, I say I don't think it would, because if you set a ship attack like spacecraft or another galaxy attacks Earth, really attack, what will happen is first people go the International Space Station. Well, then the United States will play the blame game on over back and forth on Middle East, saying they did it. They did, we didn't do it. No, they blame ISO. ISO say Atlantic Front. We didn't do it. I know we didn't do it. And then they turn around and blame game while that's happening. So busy blame game. Guess what? Boom! All of a sudden, there's an attack on in the area by unidentified UFOs and attack. And what happened is then, next thing you know, open a very serious attack. And by the time you get any nuclear bombs launched or out there going or put anything on it, two things will happen next. Number one, they will outsmart our nuclear bomb for their weapon, destroy them before we get anything off the ground. And even getting on anything, and even so basically anything digital would be monitored by the alien forces. So honestly, we think about it, Earth cannot stand, Earth itself cannot survive an attack an alien with advanced technology like torpedoes, phasers, any type of alien technology would not, no match to them. We'll be Earth is very easy pushover. Think about it, because to an alien force want to invade, they will invade, and it will take force. And how they do it is by using that the blame game called. The United States will blame ISO. They know that, so they're going to lose blame game. United States blame game. While they're doing that, boom, that's when they start attacking heavy and hard. And you know what? Earth will not stand an actual chance. Matter of fact, I hate to be a bearer here of bad news, but that's true. This planet will not stand attack from an alien race. But I'm going to tell you something else. Only reason why an alien race have not even attacked us because intergalactic laws of the universe did not allow that to happen. Number two, any alien race ever thinks about, there's a higher power in the universe that prevents it from happening. Think about that. Not only is there a higher power in the universe, the intergalactic universe will not allow that to happen. In a space-time continuum, I'm going to say, limited to what we see and what we look at, we look at it from a broader point. And I'm taking this, I'm actually from Star Trek Voyager, the Q continuum. We look at it from that point. Yes, time is linear. Time is like a river, and it all can flow forward. You look at the episode where Captain Kirk and McCoy went backwards to the year 1920s, and McCoy ended up preventing the United States and entering the Second World War, stuff like that. Simple, changing history, has a disastrous character credits there. They call The Guardian of Time, that episode of Star Trek itself. Anyway, now, you should take that into reality. Time is like a river. What's in the past we can't go back to. What happened in the future we don't know until it actually happens. So that's the thing about time. Time is limitless, and we all have our time, and our time will end when we both end, not a minute before, not a minute after. You know what? The laws in the universe will not allow a planet to self-annihilate, no matter what another force would do, like Korea wanted to do, disarm nuclear bombs. There are forces in the universe will not allow that to happen. Matter of fact, those forces did proved themselves during the time of when Hawaiian volcano erupted. There are forces in the universe that said that would not allow the old Hawaiian volcano to erupt any more than it did. Matter of fact, forest fire in Los Angeles, the forces in the universe take control at that point and may extinguish the fire. There will be some loss of life, but that's true. See, because of the planet is not no in the universe of this planet and where it is. If we were to take one equation of this solar system gone, what's going to happen? Number one, we will cease to exist. Number two, you take away us, take away this planet from the solar system, through the sun, it will cause imbalance that will cause the rest of the solar system to collapse in and cause the sun to go into something very abnormal. So one planet destroyed would cause a serious, a serious hole in space. I can tell you that. In a way that we not knowing what happens, and unfortunately, no human will survive to tell about it. Unfortunately, so you know what I think there. One, that will never happen because number two, because of the universe have safety valves that prevent that from happening. Anyways, that's sort of what I was saying there. And time is one thing. Time is a river. We don't know. I know what can happen tomorrow because I have not got to tomorrow yet. It's so today. So nighttime, but today. Tomorrow brings another spring of odds and ends, And today will become yesterday. And nothing I can do what happened today. Yesterday will not be, today will become yesterday, tomorrow becomes today. Think about it. But it's like two things. Even, I tell you how would I handle if I got abducted by a race of aliens on another planet by their spacecraft. I would find out more. I would get enough intel about them as they try to gain about me. How I do it is, number one, find out to get enough intel on the ship, talk to them, get enough intel of them to say, well, if, and find out what they want. If they just want to do medical experiments, I might say, well, they're not on me, but honestly, I would not want to go that way. Or if they did, and again, proving I asked, will it help me or will it help your race? Will help your race or will help me? That's the first thing I would say. And it says something like, well, again, make you act like and make you feminine, give you very feminine features and make you more feminine and help you be normal again. Yeah, then I may go for it. Otherwise, I probably would be a little weary about it because I don't know using alien technology too. I'd be weary about it because I don't know what it is. So, but you know what? One thing out of 10, I could probably figure out. Probably look at it, the UFO. There's a figure out how. I might figure out how it flies, but that's about it. But I wouldn't know how to navigate through galaxy because actually, yeah, I probably could figure out how to navigate it through the galaxy. Because when mankind venture out in the galaxy, there are rules and there are laws that have to be followed. And if you break those laws, there are consequences to be followed. A man gonna go Mars and they laws to be followed. If you break those laws, there are consequences to be followed. I mean consequences. No ifs and buts. If you abide by the laws, the truth can be avoiding. If you break the contract, you have to answer to the intergalactic. Have to answer to the intergalactic, treaty of peace, which is and revolve one thing. It's peace among nations, and the only race that did not sign that actually is the Greys. Other races have, and they're instructed not to come to Earth by that. They instructed actually to really not to make first contact until they feel the time is right. When the time is right, and how would an area make first contact with Earthlings here on Earth? How? Think about it. Number one, they would not, just go and beam itself in front of, in front of Mr. President so-and-so, or in front of, Mr. Ford, Doug Ford, or Obama, or the other one, or Doug Ford, or or Mr. Trump could beam down in front of White House, but the security swamping them like crazy. Well, it may do this, may come in and appear, would go beam or make contact with university and college professors first, and they make contact with them first. They will actually go. They may make contact people like me who do know. We know one thing I'd say, I admit, we're not alone in the universe. They're more out there and we just haven't discovered yet. And we will discover it someday, some time. But maybe not in my lifetime, but maybe in the future, yes, but not now. Honestly, that their life forms that, anyway, so then the contract made, and then after that done, then the professor would go and approach people like just not really Trudeau and Doug Ford, approach you in and say, hey, we got these people coming from Miss So-and-so planet, and we'd like to have a meeting with you. Where do you want to sit down? Well, Mr. Trump and Mr. Trudeau will sit down and have call all the world leaders together to have a meeting with them, and they decide to sit down, they sign a deal, sign an agreement, and then from there, things won't done there. Then things this plan will really take off, but until such a deal signed, wow, it's not a future. It probably won't happen in our lifetime. A video will probably live on, but I wouldn't be here. A video will go on forever on YouTube and cyberspace, yes. But YouTube will be obsolete. In 1,000 years, YouTube will be obsolete anyway, but it could be rare, it could become an intergalactic choice of reason, YouTube. Could be holodecks. Could be intergalactic choice of reason too. Could be intergalactic guide to galaxy, This on YouTube. We know what's gonna happen in the future of YouTube, but anyway, so I'm thinking about it, The intergalactic rule will not allow a planet to annihilate itself. Allow a planet to receive in technology and receive their goals, but not allow it to annihilate. And believe it or not, a planet like this won't allow a planet to self-annihilate. The only thing that could happen, but it's people, races like the gray Aryans, that come here and do mean things on humans. They're the ones that, really get the government worried up and wonder what they're doing. They think everybody's bad because they see the grays now. They're around. I do know of several UFO, the UFO abductions, where? In around St. Catharines, several sightings of UFO, in around Lake Ontario, that area around St. Kitts, Ontario, there's several sightings of UFO in that area. Even I seen one in that area too. It's like shot out over Lake Ontario like quickly, and it was a lot faster than the airplane got to move. And it was a big spacecraft too. Ooh, it was big. I seen it one night. I come home from the casino Niagara Falls. I seen sun with all lights on it, and it pretty bright. Went like this, flew across out in the lake, and it disappeared quicker than I can. And by the time I got my phone, it was gone. I couldn't get anything. It was just like, boom, like that, gone. It didn't even say anything, but that I know what it was. It was a spaceship, big UFO. Or where it went to, I don't know, but there were two F-18s in pursuit of it. Two U.S. military F-18s in pursuit of it, but they couldn't keep up. They're going faster than the F-18 could go. Oh, so And they give a glowy blue light but then again, I've put 2 and 2. But blue light means it have to go at a speed. I had to go at a close to the speed of light, and closer, and using a nuclear infusion using a nuclear reactor to power that fast. That only like I use nuclear fuel. It means that way beyond technology I ever know about. Well, anyway, so that's what I determined. Went too quick and too fast. Anyways, but you know what? Honestly, I look at this now, and I think of one thing. You know what that is? 2 things I think about in my meanings. You know what that is? 2 things I think. One thing, Earth. It's going to live on forever and ever. Maybe many years. The only way this planet would be if the sun goes supernova, and it comes to a black hole. Every living planet would be sucked in, including Earth, into a black hole, and it would not ever. That's the end of Earth. Matter of fact, unfortunately, for human life at that point, with that type of black hole, son of a hole, well, human life probably would experience G-forces that would be crush them, be flattened like pancakes before they even get the other side. Matter of fact, nobody will live. Won't be any life form left, and even if it did, it would be like it would all be dead. It'd be very quick and very painless indeed. Anyway, so that one thing. Number 2 thing is, actually only one other thing that could save humans is near the time will start to slow down with Einstein's theory, and humans may pick up on that enough to know. Few of the smart people pick up on that and escape into the planet Earth past before it happens. And that may happen. Number 2 is when that did happen, the time would slow down. I would escape into the past. As long as I don't escape into 1960s and 70s, because I'm now running my own inner self. That's even worse. That if I able to find out and get through time at that point, I would probably come out in somewhere around the late 1800s, early 1800s, the roaring 20s, maybe. And just live on the rest of my life in that time frame. Probably live on the rest of my life until I die of great old age. But even if I came out in the 1920s, you know what? I'll have a knowledge of the today to know things that, that would happen. Know things like World War II going to happen, knowing that what Nazi going to do and all that. And I would, stuff like that. Now, that's sort of, putting myself in a time paradox that I would never get out of. Anyway, so knowing the future. Number 2, even at the smartphone, guess what? Even if I record enough video, the memory card would be filled before, even if I did come back this time, the memory card would be full. So, even an odd time or 2, I had experience, even in Stony Creek alone. This is a little hotbed for a bit of temporal flux, this area. It's a hotbed in here for temporal flux. Temporal, bit of nominees anyway. It's a hotbed sometimes for tears in time, basically, where you would be in the river of time, and then it happened to me maybe twice. A couple of times happened to me in this area, part of Hamilton. One time I was in Red Hill Valley, and I was up where the pine trees were, and all of a sudden, my phone lost signal. I was picking up Cantel, Amigo. At first I started picking up Bell Hamilton mobile service. But it had nothing, and then I was picking up Cantel, AT&T, and that's odd. well, how can I get these services? Nothing working. And then I realized, and all of a sudden, my phone picked up what I pulled trigger, Rogers at the time, right on Rogers page to go. So that happened there, as I remember it very, very well. So, that instant time slip. Another good incident, I come in road to the arena, and I gone across the bridge, and I get the other side, and everything was changed. It was sunny at nighttime, but it was daytime, and guess what? It was daytime out, and but I was in the middle of this Indian village, and the pass, like probably way back in Neutrals, and there were long houses, Indian way back. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how did I get here? What can I do? I shouldn't be here, I'm realizing that. And then when I turned around, I was right there behind Rose Arena. That's one time slip I remember experiencing. Now another time slip in this area, the Red Hill Creek area, then the couple weeks back I experienced a time slip again. This time I was getting ready to cross a traffic light at Queenston Road. Then all of a sudden I'm standing there in a ditch. And it was a gravel road, of course, old gravel road. But it wasn't cars or anything else, but there were horses and buggies and stuff, and carriages. And I was trying to cross this road, and the guy and the people actually had to stop the buggy and carriage at me across the road. And I'm in modern clothes, and I got across this. I had my cell phone on hand, but I had no signal. But by the time I got to record anything on it, it literally just, all of a sudden I'm right back on the other side of the street, in front of the variety store, on the other side of the street there. And I said, go and hit a nail salon there. And how in the hell what happened? And I pulled my cell phone out and checked the time index. There was about 1 minute of missing time within the missing point when I tried crossing, before I crossed the street, from when about 5 minute missing time when I crossed the road. Didn't show the road, didn't record me cross the road, but it recorded me crossing the road in 1812. It showed me crossing Queen Road in 1812. Well, but then I had to go and check up on stuff. I had to do the research. I said, if I was there in 1812, that the Battle of Stony Creek, did I change any time or did I do anything? Well, I didn't do anything. It didn't change time. Matter of fact, because I wasn't there and I realized that, that point. So this area is a hotbed for time slips. So it have happened to me 3 times. What was it? Today, it happened to me again today, time slip itself, if I think about it. I was coming up this building here, and all of a sudden, I was in the middle of a farmer field being chased by a farmer, and what the heck I'm doing in the middle of the cow field? And all of a sudden, and then the next minute, I was standing in front of 555 Queenston Road, so that's very odd, what happened. But when I did funny because one of the seniors in this building somebody asked somebody one day asked one of the seniors, did anybody ever appear in the middle of a cow pasture in about many years ago? And senior said somebody appeared for about 5 minutes with a strange device and disappeared. When the senior told me that, I don't know how he just reappeared for a couple of minutes of being safe. And my husband says when this senior, 85 years old, actually lived here when they had a cow farm. And her husband says, her husband told me, well, yeah, but how did I? He appeared up in there and disappeared. Just a faster appeared by the time So what does that tell me? That would happen today. I seen it happen, so it disappeared and reappeared 2 minutes in front of the door. Like almost, so this area I'm living in, it does have time slips. I've experienced a couple of them already here. So then I had to read the Battle of Stony Creek, the intense fighting that happened in the Battle of Stony Creek was very intense at the time. Of course, a lot of your cavalry lost their lives in that, of course. But the impact of the battle itself that changed prevented the Americans from taking over Stony Creek, while taking over Hamilton basically, changed away in the Treaty of Grant and all that was signed to Hamilton. Well, that was a turning point in history. What it did is, not only the battle did that, the battle also caused a terror in time that is still remnants to this very day. A terror in time, and it had been reflected over and over again. That's did it cause a terror in space and time continuum, where laws of the universe don't seem to exist, where inner object can actually, person or people actually travel backward in time into the present, because it did, and that terror is slowly mending it, but it was like, that too, because the British wanted, because it would cause a terror, because the tent fighting, that caused a huge terror in time, which it did. So they don't realize what they did. They didn't rattle back then, they don't realize. But I knew what happened. The new battle on tent would cause terror in time. Same thing with even World War II. It didn't cause a terror in time, but it caused a time disruption too. So, but it wasn't a terror in time. The Battle of Stony Creek did. It was intense anyway. So, and even elders of Six Nations even told me that, native elders, hereditary chief had said the same thing. The battle caused a terror in time. Even Sea Attorney General told me that too. So the hereditary chief tells me something like that. You know what? The hereditary chief tell me something like that. And they did come from way from their generation down to back to the time of that form. So stories are told down through generations of Aboriginal people. Sometimes they're told to me, but even that said that did cause their time off. I know the Indian knew it, but they did. Now, I'm gonna have to say, no, I got on long enough. I'm gonna be saying that blog over. Thank you for watching.